Why the Wing Chun monk way is an ideal life. Before the sun rises, before the world begins to demand, there is a stillness. And in that stillness lives the essence of Kung Fu, the art of mastering yourself. Wing Chun is not just a martial art, it is a philosophy born from necessity and wisdom, a way to meet life with structure, awareness, and grace. It was created by a Shaolin nun, Yung Mi, who understood that raw strength fades, but refined energy endures. She taught that true power comes from economy of motion and purity of intent. The name Wing Chun means eternal spring, a reminder that discipline renews you every day like a season that never dies. It's not about learning to fight others, it's about learning to stop fighting yourself. The modern world is loud, it moves fast, it demands more, and celebrates distraction. Every day, we are surrounded by noise, information, temptation, and comparison. We've forgotten the art of stillness. We've forgotten the discipline that makes life meaningful. That's why the way of the Wing Chun monk is so powerful and so rare. In combat, Wing Chun doesn't waste motion. It doesn't seek to overpower. It finds balance between softness and strength, patience and precision. That is how life should be lived. As my Qigong Grandmaster Moy Yat said, Kung Fu is life itself. It's not what you do, it's how you live. To live Kung Fu life is to live with awareness in every moment, every breath, every choice. It's the discipline of constant refinement. You don't train to fight others, you train to conquer yourself. My Qigong Grandmaster Ip Man taught that the purpose of Wing Chun is to simplify. A disciplined life is simplicity, stripping away what's unnecessary until all that remains is truth. You stop chasing pleasure and start practicing peace. You stop waiting for motivation and start living with intention. The Wing Chun monk's way is balance. Balance between the body and the spirit, between action and stillness, between the warrior and the sage. And when you live in that balance, life stops being a battle and becomes a practice. Discipline becomes your freedom, stillness becomes your power, Kung Fu becomes your way of being. Master your mornings. Discipline begins at dawn. Before the world speaks, you listen inward. When you wake, do not reach for your phone, reach for presence. Sit in silence, feet grounded, spine tall, eyes closed. For 2 minutes, just breathe. This is Siunam Tao without movement. Siunam Tao translates to seeking a little idea. This is the first form of Wing Chun and the form that focuses the mind. The Wing Chun monk wins the day by winning the morning. Next, move your body, stretch, flow through Siunam Tao or an exercise of your choosing. Do not rush. Grandmaster Moy Yat said, Kung Fu is not learned, it is lived. When your morning begins with intention, discipline follows naturally. Then, write 3 lines to direct your focus. What will I create today? What will I release today? What will I learn today? You're not only journaling, you're programming your spirit. Control your body. Your body is your first temple. In Wing Chun, the stance, your foundation, teaches control. If your structure collapses, your focus collapses. So you strengthen it every day. Do not train to look strong, train to be stable. My Sifu, Grandmaster Tony Watts said, if you can't control your mind, how will you control your opponent? And your first opponent of every morning is your comfort. Through training, you learn truth. The body follows the mind follows the spirit. When all 3 align, that is discipline. Eat with purpose. The Wing Chun monk eats to live, not to escape emotion. They eat what nourishes for clarity, not comfort. Drink water first, then eat light fruits, oats, or green tea. No sugar, no dopamine chase. Every bite should serve your strength, not steal it. Grandmaster Ip Man said, Wing Chun is about being efficient, not excessive. Apply that to your plate, your habits, your life. When you master consumption, you master control. Train the mind. Discipline without awareness becomes ego. Awareness without discipline becomes weakness. You need both. Each day, spend 10 minutes training your mind. Read 10 pages or a chapter of a book each day and journal. If you don't study wisdom, the world will train your mind with chaos. Meditate afterwards. Follow your breath. Observe your thoughts without judgment. This is mental Wing Chun, redirecting energy instead of fighting it. When anger, doubt, or laziness appears, step back and watch. You'll realize you're not your emotions, you're the awareness behind them. That is real control. Structure your day. Discipline is not about rigidity, it's rhythm. Plan your day like a form, set your structure. Train daily, move energy. Create daily, express purpose. Reflect nightly, refine understanding. Keep your space clean, keep your word, finish what you start. This is Kung Fu of daily life. Every dish you wash, every conversation you hold, every breath you take, all of it is training. Discipline is not what you do once, it's what you repeat without applause. Embrace discomfort. Growth never comes from ease. A Wing Chun monk doesn't seek comfort, they seek challenge, because pressure creates precision. Take cold showers, train harder when you don't want to, rise earlier than you think you can. Grandmaster Ip Man said, "The strongest tree bends with the wind." Discipline is not resisting life, it's learning to move with it without breaking. When you make discomfort your ally, fear loses its power over you. The evening code. When the day ends, return to stillness. Before sleep, ask yourself 3 questions. Where did I stay disciplined? Where did I fall short? What will I improve tomorrow? Write them, breathe, then rest. Even your rest can be sacred. You've earned it through structure, not exhaustion. My Sifu Grandmaster Tony Watt said, "Peace is the highest form of power." Let that be your final thought before sleep. The disciplined life. To live a disciplined life is to live with harmony, not hardness. It's the merging of warrior and monk. Wing Chun is not about fighting. It's about living efficiently, truthfully, and freely. It's about responding to life, not reacting to it. Discipline is not a cage, it's a compass. It points you back to who you truly are. So rise early, breathe deeply, move with purpose, eat with awareness, and rest with peace. That is the way of the Wing Chun monk. That is the way of the disciplined life.